Is this too close? Should I back it up 2 meters? Okay, cool. Cool. Okay, 2020. Rules are rules. Hey, welcome to my channel. I'm Elma. So, we made it. We made it till the end of 2020. It wasn't easy and felt like we've been through something, you and I. So, let's give a little self a pat on the shoulder for making it happen. Anyway, as I do every year since 2017, here is my best of beauty. Right? Is that it? Best of beauty? Yeah, best of beauty. You know what? Let's just... Listen, my nails are crusty. This bag, I don't know what is going on. This is the whole vibe of 2020. So, you know what? Let's just cue the intro. I gotta tell you something I could. I gotta tell you something I could do. I'm just gonna grab and go like I usually do. So there's no particular order. All the products I'm talking about, actually, I'm wearing on my face. So you can, you know, see what it looks like up close. I know it looks really good. I know the canvas. Me, amazing. Let's get into this video. So grab and go. The first product, and I think it's like, I love that I'm starting with this one because honestly it is like the product that I was like, why weren't you in my life sooner? You know, one of those products. So this is the NARS translucent crystal light reflecting setting powder pressed. I insist on the pressed form of this because it's one of those powders that if like me you have dry skin, you want something to set you but you don't want to look flat or dull. You need a little bit more light. Usually, you know, when you're dry, you're usually looking pretty meh. By you I mean me, by me I mean us, by, you know, we're all in this together. Sorry. Anyway, this pressed powder is really good. It smooths everything and sets everything in place, and at the same time it's kind of like depositing these like crystal, like, listen, you're not gonna look like a shiny ball. You are, however, going to look like you're glowing from within, and it just sets everything in place with luminosity. And it's comparable to one of my other favorite products that I really like, Hourglass pressed light something powder. It's like one of those. If you have a deeper complexion, from me they do have another shade that won't give you like, you know, any cast or anything, but I have golden undertone. This works perfectly fine when I take pictures. Amazing. This top notch. Next off is going to be the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Amplifying Eye Primer. This eye primer is the best eye primer. What I love about the formula when it comes to this eye primer is like it's something that is very tacky. I do find that if I apply too much, it then becomes really sticky and it doesn't work as well. So it's one of those products that I like to apply on the back of my hand, go in with some kind of brush like this, dip into it, and then just apply it to my eye on top and underneath. And whatever eyeshadow I put on top just pops and also stays longer and doesn't crease, and it's just freaking amazing. I think you should really check it out. Also, one thing I love about it is that it doesn't really have any color. It kind of like melts into your skin. So if you're not really into those like uber colorful looks and you just want something to make your eyeshadow pop and you're more into like kind of like these tones, it's amazing for that. And honestly, it's that tackiness that I really love because I feel like it kind of like grips on to the eyeshadow. So this, amazing. There's another Fenty thing that's going to be coming your way, and this to say that I do know that I promised a Fenty Beauty video, and that's coming in like 2 videos. I know, please come for me. I swear 2021 I'll try to be better at saying I'm posting this and then post it, because Lord knows I'm not good at that. Next is the bronzer. So this is powder bronzer, and my favorite powder bronzer is an old one, but like I don't know why I kept on grabbing for this one like way more, and it's the Makeup Forever Pro Bronze Fusion, and my color is in 30M. And it looks like this. And one thing I love about this bronzer is that there is some luminosity to it. Okay, one thing you should understand with me is when I'm going for a powder product, I don't like it to be totally flat matte because it does nothing to help the appearance of my dry skin. I always need something to have some sort of luminosity or radiance to it, and this has that. And not in a way that's, hey, look at me, I'm looking like a disco ball. No, not that. that. It just, you know, skin glow, a little bit of that, but not too much in your face. And one thing I also really enjoy about this product is that it is quite pigmented, so a little goes a long way, but it is pigmented in such a way that you have time to work with it. And I think that's one of the beauties of, I think, Makeup Forever in general, is that you can tell that it's very geared towards artistry, and usually makeup artists usually are more into like building up to like a certain like intensity, opposed to bam, pigment, bam, in your face, bam, I can't take it back, I look like a clown. No, this is pigmented enough that you're not, you know, building up for freaking forever, but not too much that you do not lose control of the product. I feel like Makeup Forever products in general, I feel like they're underrated, but like they keep on getting gems. Talking about gems, another product from Makeup Forever that I really loved was the Reboot foundation. I actually have a video on here where I tested out the whole day. I think there's like 12-hour wear test. Don't quote me on it. Go check it out over here. It's in the cards. Just cue it up. Anyway, so the Makeup Forever Reboot foundation. My color is in Y405. As you can see, it's looking great. I'm looking great. Boost yourself up. And look at that. It's called Reboot. Boost. Anyway. I'm so corny. Anyway, so this is a foundation that is illuminating, brightening, firming, hydrating throughout the day. It's one of those foundations that just ages beautifully. And also one thing I love about it is that once you set it in place, and I don't know if you have that issue with mask where you find like the bottom of your face being a little bit drier and a little bit more sensitive because of obviously like the fabric or whatever it is like your mask is made of. So one thing I really love about this foundation is that it doesn't have that like drying sensation. It's very hydrating, but in a non-transfery way when I do like my whole technique. So it's one of those that I don't know how to explain it. It's really nice. If like me, you live in the Great White North and you have dry skin, please, you're welcome. Talking about you're welcome, have you subscribed? You subscribe? Okay, good. I'm just checking. What should I talk about next? Ooh, you know what? Let's go to the eyes for a quick second. This is a liner that replaces my past favorite liner, which was the Kat Von D tattoo liner, and this one I find is very comparable in formula. It is not the same kind of brush. It is a felt tip, but it is as pointy and as bendy as that one. So if you're not here for KVD or whatever the heck she calls herself these days, this is not bad. However, I do have a little theory. Okay, stick with me. How comparable is this packaging to one another? And right now, if you go on your phone and you go on Sephora and you look at the Makeup by Mario liner, I don't know. If someone knows the answer to why they look alike and they feel the same and the formula feels exactly the same except that it's in different like color packaging and all that, please tell me below. I'm very curious. I'm not a like theorist or anything, but I'm just like, you know, I was just like, oh, interesting. Clocking that. Anyway, this liner is really good. It is a very long lasting. Remember that NARS video that I made that I said I didn't like the foundation, and you know, like in that video I said that I went away. When I went away, this too was in that bag, and let me tell you, my liner stayed on for so long, like so long. I don't know what is inside here, but it's really good, and that's actually what I'm wearing, and I find that it's really black and I just love it. Like, look at this, like, oh, you see how fine this little point gets? Amazing. Plus you have like some workaround time too, so that's never like a no for me. Since we were on the eyes, let me talk to you about the mascara that I've been loving. And the thing is, I've not been wearing lashes yet. I have like some looks on my Instagram. Follow me on Instagram at elrosaddiction. So on my Instagram, like obviously I have some looks where I have like lashes and everything, but TBH, I've only just been really into wearing just mascara, because honestly, where am I going that I need lashes? Nowhere. And I don't know what happened in 2020. Okay. Oh Lord. Anyway, I don't know what happened, but like the mascara game, the way weaves are elevating, that's the same way mascara be elevating. Like, look at these. Like, do you know how little my lashes usually are? Like this mascara, the Fenty one too. So this Pat McGrath Fetish Eyes mascara is the business. It just gives you lashes, like it gives you volume, it gives you some length as well. I'm not mad at this. I'm not mad at this. Next off, even though I'm wearing a bang, you can see that my brows are freaking on point as per usual. And that's because, honestly, I'm probably super late to the game, but So Brows by Westbarn & Co. Listen, look at the quantity you get, and I think like this is like $10 on Beauty Bay. This is so nice. One tip I have for you is I advise that you use whatever like filling product you're using and then apply the So Brows, because especially with like pencils, this is a pencil that I really liked, the Precisely My Brows by Benefit. Love this stuff. What video was it that I told you that I think it was like a Sephora favorites video or something like that? I will link it here. In that video I said that Benefit brow products are better than ABH. I stand by it, and this Precisely My Brow is where it's at. This is in color 4, but I got a new one in color 6 and I'm yet to use it because obviously this one is still here. But the Precisely My Brow is like so good because like, let's get into this little brow. Let's zoom you guys in as well. Listen, okay, so can you, okay, sometimes my camera is like so disrespectful. Can you imagine? Anyway, so this brow, let's analyze it. So the first thing I did was use the Precisely My Brow to just like get this line here. Then I filled in with this, and then listen, the future is ink pens, and for that my fave of 2020 was the Glossier brow flick. Glossier was the first brand I bought in 2020 that was not in Sephora. Can we please clap for me? A big thank you. Anyway, so this is in brown. I have a whole video, actually, you know what, I have 2 whole videos on Glossier. One of them I'm like in front of a window and it's all like, you know, chill vibes, no makeup, like very like aesthetic. And the second video I did is like in the studio, like in here with the lights and everything. And listen, I got the foundation to look like full beat, none of that like, oh no makeup fairy, full beat. I'll link them here so you can check them out. But anyway, first video was where I talked about this, and the brow flick, I'm into pointy things that are very precise, and that's what I love about this, is like it just creates those hairs in the front as well. Like, oh, it's so amazing. This is the combo, like undefeated, and your brows stay in place. Bangs, no bangs, they just stay in place, and it's fucking amazing. Okay, I said what I said. All these, by the way, are gonna be linked in the description box, and those links are affiliate links. Anyway, how about like lip balm for 2 seconds, because like all this mask plus the dryness of the winter. So favorite lip balms of 2020 were, first one is the Lanolip 101 Ointment Multi Balm Coconutter. I don't think it's the original one. I think the original one is like another flavor or something, but I really like this one. Okay, this is like basically kind of like a salve. See, that's what it looks like, and it is super nourishing, hydrating, and it stays on your lips. Can you imagine a balm that actually stays on your lips? You're not here like replying every like 2 seconds. Another balm, but this one is like more like overnight or when you're about to do your makeup, or when you know you're gonna be wearing a mask and like you just want to stay hydrated under there. I find that this one stays on even longer because it's the Laneige Sleeping Mask. This stays undefeated. I find that if you are going through it with your lips, this is amazing, especially like, you know, with the mask and all those. Like, I don't know for you, but I get really dry, and this does it for me. Okay, the next product I have to talk about is the Tatcha, the liquid canvas. Listen, they came out with this in a putty form, and I tried like the smaller version, and I was like, oh, this is really cool. And then they came out with the liquid form, and I was like a little bit scared because like the putty one, I don't find it as hydrating as this one. So if like me, you have dry skin, yes, I see you coming with the dry skin. Listen, kind of like comparable in texture as the Fenty Beauty original one, but the difference with it is that kind of smooths everything, really giving you a very like flawless canvas. It just gives you like a really like smooth canvas. And also I find that when I apply this, my foundation stays like way longer. Everything on my face stays way longer, and it's just like an amazing product. You can also use it on your eyes, that's a thing too. And in combination with the All Nighter by Urban Decay, if there was a time to test out this, I would say would be during a pandemic when you're obligated to wear what? A mask, because this truly is really amazing, because it really does keep everything in place, transfer wise, all those things. There's a reason why this stays reigning. Stuff highlighter, and that's the highlighter I'm wearing, because like all the things I'm talking about, I'm actually wearing it right now. The Rare Beauty Liquid Luminizer in Flaunt. I have a whole video over here in the cards where I try out a whole bunch of Rare Beauty things. Blush, highlighter, foundation, concealer, like a whole bunch of Rare Beauty things in the cards right here. Check it out. This highlighter is, do you remember when Cover FX brought out those like illuminating drops? Do you remember how blinding that was and how we were all okay with that? Can we take a moment? We were all okay with that amount of blindness. Listen, they even reposted my video on their feed, and I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. And we were all okay with that. Why were we ever okay with looking like tin foils? Why? It's okay, we grow. Fashion. Anyway, so this is that, but this, like, way more wearable, way more subdued, way more like flattering to the skin. Plus she has a whole bunch of different colors. If you have like deeper skin tone, if you have a lighter skin tone, you will find your match. If like me, you're around like 300 Fenty, 310 NARS, Syracuse, I find that Flaunt is really so beautiful. Like, look at that. This highlighter is so good. It gives you like that, and plus this is like quite built up actually, and it doesn't even look that intense, and I love that because we're not going anywhere. Plus it's just like more natural, and honestly you can wear this either on your like no makeup day, and you're still gonna have like this light, I want to say like editorial, you know how editorial they do everything like chill, you know, you could have like this light editorial look, or you can build it up even more to this for like that IG babe look. This highlighter, oh, it's so nice. Plus one thing I really like is that it comes like with a doe foot applicator. There's that. This highlighter, check it out if you're looking for something that's like there but not there, but there. This is it. For concealer, I'm going back to an oldie, the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. And when it comes to like this more hydrating, buildable, more comfortable type of base product, I feel like I've been really into those, and I think that's why I went back to the Urban Decay Naked Skin. This is the Weightless Concealer, and my shade is in medium neutral. I really love this concealer because it really like does a great job of concealing everything. It doesn't crease that much. Very comfortable. It ages nicely throughout the day. It's not heavy at all, and it really has like this skin feel. And I feel like with everything we have going on, the last thing I want is to feel like I have something under my eyes. Plus, I'm not getting any younger. You know, I just want something that's gonna do the job with the least amount of product possible, that I feel the less. It's just like I tap and I forget. And honestly, that's what I get with the Naked Skin. I really like it. Like, it's really top notch. Next off, the Hourglass Veil Translucent Setting Powder. What can I say? It's an amazing powder. It really is. I honestly wish that Hourglass and every other super high-end brand that don't include people of color in their campaigns, in their marketing, in their products that you're bringing out. Can you please stop doing that in 2021? The fact you're still doing it in 2020 is like beyond me. Honestly, like, aren't you even tired? Like, honestly, like that's a question sometimes I ask myself. I'm like, all these brands that keep getting called out, aren't y'all tired? Legit, like, aren't y'all tired? Because I know I am. So what's your issue? Because you have bomb products, so why don't you include everybody? That's just a question, food for thought. Anyway, Amazing powder, sets everything in place. You do not feel it. One of those powders that doesn't leave you like totally matte, that has like some bounce to it, some luminosity to it, and it's very lightweight as well, and it doesn't feel extra heavy on my dry skin. So yeah, top notch. I approve this mess. Oh, next off is cream bronzer. It's really interesting because when I first got this bronzer, I actually did not really like it. I was just like, what the heck what is the deal with this bronzer? I think the reason why I didn't initially really like it is because I was using the wrong brush with it. So do not, I repeat, do not use some kind of boar hair or like natural bristle type brush with this. You want to go in with more synthetic. And oh yeah, by the way, this that I'm talking about is the Freestyle Cream bronzer from Fenty Beauty in 05 Teddy. One thing I really love about this bronzer is like, I don't know if you can see it, like an undertone of like goldiness and luminosity. Like, do you see that? Oh, there you go. I think it caught it there. And that on the skin just leaves you looking super like, I've been in the sun, I'm all bronzed up. You definitely need to set this in place, no doubt about it. Be it with another bronzer or just with like some powder, like the NARS one. That's usually what I do, because like then you don't take away from that luminosity you actually get with this. So that NARS combo with this, top notch. Anyway, this bronzer, super nice, very like blends really nicely. Listen, it is a little bit tricky, I'll give you that. And here's my tip for you. I recommend you go in with like a sort of brush like this. This one is from Real Techniques. It's the contour brush. It's like small, so it can really, you know, get in there. So you dip in here, and what I recommend is instead of like swiping this way, it's really just to stipple on the product and then blend it all out till you have like almost no product. That's the best way of using it. If you go like this, you are probably potentially going to move what's underneath. But if you stipple it on and then, you know, set everything in place, it's not gonna budge, and it looks gorgeous. And this is what it looks like. Like, I love this color. And if you did not like these because you found that it wasn't blendable enough, you really might enjoy this cream bronzer. She also came out with like cheek stuff. That one was really nice too, but sans plus. Favorite blush is the Patrick Ta Monochrome Moment Velvet Blush in She's Passionate. This is my kind of color. This is my favorite kind of color. One thing I love about this is that it's one of those, honestly, when it comes to Patrick Ta, we've had this discussion throughout the year. I've not been uber impressed with most of the products I got. The only one I've been impressed with, in all honesty, is this one, and that's because I've been going in on this one. I know he has another product with like a cream side and a powder side, but I wasn't moved to get it. That's what I'm trying to get at, because I just thoroughly enjoy this, and this blush is so pretty. That's what I have on the cheeks. It's like a pink, but like it really has like that brown undertone. It's very flattering, it's buildable, it gives you like this really beautiful flush of color. And I know that right now it looks pretty matte in the pan. It's one of those that when you look up close, there are like tiny little specks of gold in there, and it just, there's like some bounce into it, and I just thoroughly enjoy it. And I know that when you think about bounce and luminosity, all you think about is like transferness, but honestly it does not transfer if you set everything right. So on the lips, and that's what I'm wearing right now, favorite lip liner of 2020 stays the same, honestly. It's the MAC lip pencil in cork. It's this really beautiful brown that's a little bit darker than my lip color, perfect for contouring and giving that illusion of like big ass lips. And then there's the lip cheat from Charlotte Tilbury in Iconic Nude, and this, I call this My Lips But Better low-key, and it's almost like practically the color of my natural lip. So what I like to do is when I'm contouring my lips and creating this illusion that I actually have big lips, because listen, these are not my real lips, okay? Like, well, these are my real lips, but it's contoured for reals. not like... These are amazing. If you have the same color lip as me, get this. And the lipsticks I've been feeling going, like, honestly, it could be this one, it could be any other color that I own, but the Huda Beauty matte velvet lipsticks, super comfortable on the lips. You get the matteness without the uncomfortableness of her initial, like, do you remember those liquid lipsticks? Yeah, it's not like that, but you get that matte velvety feel, and there's something about a matte velvety lipstick that just calls my name, and it's just like, Elma. There's that. But who cares about a matte velvety lip, because I'm gonna put a gloss or something over it anyways. And actually, this is not a gloss, it's the NARS. NARS stays low-key winning, like, just easy steady. Please, NARS, don't fuck up in 2021. The lipstick by NARS, and it's in Belle de Jour, and it's this color, and this is the perfect nude. It just makes everything in the middle, and it's like a sheer consistency, so it just makes everything like light, but just brings like this combo lips nude. This is the best friend of any brown girl's nude, even if you're medium skin. I think this will work perfectly fine, most probably because that's what Hindash uses, and Hindash is... Let's move on to the eyes, but I would like to give an honorable mention to this product because although you didn't see me wear it a lot, and in all honesty I did not wear it a lot, I am really happy that I got it because I enjoy, like, anytime I wear it I'm just like, oh my god, this is amazing. It's actually the Freckle pen by Freck, and that's what I have right now on my face, like this, like little faux freckles. Oh, I don't know how it will work if you have deeper skin tone than me, but if you're my skin tone or lighter, this is amazing. This is actually the XL version, and y'all, this little pen is so darn freaking expensive, but it is so worth it. Oh my god, like, if you want like that Insta, you know, Freck thingy, there's a reason why this stays reigning. Also, I know that you could totally use like any kind of like brow product, like the Glossier brow thing I was talking about. You could use that as well. You could use anything to create freckles, but there's something about this that is also like quite long lasting as well. And one thing I love is usually like you just like add a couple, and that's why actually like my finger, I don't know if you can see here, but like then my finger, it has like little dots on it. That's because usually what you do is like you add a couple, then you press it in, and then you kind of like stamp it on, and then start over until you have like the amount you want. I just wanted like a little trail like that. And yeah, and the color of it, let me just, I don't know if you can tell, but I actually do have freckles on my hands. Let me just show you this. But usually that's what you do, and it has like pen thingy. I know it looks very messy and very liquidy, but it's not messy, and it just like stayed in place. And so you just like tap it, and that's what I love about it. It's like it looks really natural. Obviously you can go like really smaller, but you see how my freckles over here are? It's almost like the same color, so it's like super perfect. This is well known, like it's been out for quite a while, but I finally made the jump and got it, and I don't regret it. It's amazing. I would advise just get the XL and just call it a day. Like the really tiny one, so expensive, so tiny. Anyway, next product is a kohl pencil, and it's in brown. There's something about brown pencils and brown liners that I really enjoyed this year. I think because it's like way more subtle and less in your face of like, oh, look at me, I'm wearing black. Because I feel like with the mask plus the black, it's just like are we ninjas? So I deviated towards that, like that brown pencil route. And this one is from Sephora collection, and it's the long lasting kohl pencil in deep brown, and it's what I have in my lower lash line right now. It's long lasting, it smudges nicely. I'm not mad at it. I don't know what else to tell you guys. It's an amazing one. Oh yeah, I do know what I can tell you guys. Can you please subscribe if you haven't already, and give this video a thumbs up, and just like maybe share it with someone who might be interested by this kind of information. Just putting it out there, hypothetically speaking. Ideally, why I'm prompting you so much is because I know that you're back again and you're not subscribed. I see the analytics. Okay, you keep on coming back for more. Just subscribe. in the family. Come on. You know it's gonna be fun. Anyway. Favorite eyeshadow palette of 2020 is the Natasha Denona Bronze Palette. I actually have a video here. I know I keep on queuing my videos, but this is my channel. I promote myself. It is what it is, okay? It is what it is. I actually created this look with this, and this. Those three. That's how I created this look. I know, freaking amazing. So this palette is the palette I feel every bronze junkie was looking for. If you like Natasha Denona and you don't have the budget for Natasha Denona, this is a good way of getting your hands on some Natasha Denona without getting those like really ridiculous tiny palettes. I find that this is way more worth it. The formula of the mattes on these are just amazing, and look at the amount of shininess on my lids. I did not wet my brush when I applied it, like for reals, I did not. The only thing I used was like that primer, the Fenty that I talked about earlier. Like can we please take a little moment to just accept the greatness that is Natasha Denona. One thing I really love about the Natasha Denona palette is what you get in the palette is what you're gonna get on the eyes. It's super easy to use. I find that it's a very beginner friendly as well. The formula is not a difficult formula to work with. Yeah, honestly, if you haven't tried any Natasha Denona and you're still kind of on the fence, this palette I find is really good. Especially you can go from night to day to like makeup, no makeup in a snap. And then I'm putting some everywhere. Oh my god, nasty. Clean my fingers. The Natasha Denona palette, freaking amazing. I just want to wish you a happy new year. I know 2020 was hardcore, not easy for a lot of people, and maybe even really good for a lot of other people, and it's okay. You don't need to feel guilty if you had a great year in 2020. I think that it's so very important to remember that we're all in this together. It's not the time to be selfish, and we should just be a little bit more loving, a little bit more caring. And although we cannot see the smiles as much as we'd like to and hug the ones we love, Lord knows I don't like going out. Like, I don't like going out. I love staying in and being comfortable and not going places, but I can tell you that I am tired of not going out. I'm tired of not being able to decline invitations. We made it, and I think we deserve a kind of round of applause on that one. And on that note, I hope you have a safe and wonderful new year. Tell me some of your favorite beauty products of 2020. I wish you a lot of love, and I'm giving you a huge hug. If you don't want to hug, that's cool too. You can wave. You know, whatever works. There are a couple of videos that just popped up on the screen. Please check them out if you haven't already. Subscribe to my channel, and bonne année, bonne santé. Au revoir.